Do you feel like a deer in the headlights when the camera's on and you got a light on your face? That's okay. Most people do. I honestly had no idea I felt uncomfortable on camera until I was on the set of a Travel Channel commercial in the Virgin Islands, and they had me go do something with my shirt off in a bathing suit on the islands, and I was literally trembling in fear. I was like, "Why am I scared? Like, I can do this. I can do this." But I couldn't stop shaking. And what I want to do is be able to share with you the three different steps that I did that you can do as well if you'd like to feel confident instead of being awkward or feel uncomfortable on camera. Why? Because social media is such an important part of a lot of people's different businesses, of different brands. And if you're able to be able to feel comfortable and confident on camera, you can promote your brand in a better way, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do these three different steps, right? And the first one, I bet nobody would ever guess this one. But the first step is to go back, and if you have any videos, if you have any pictures, if you have any footage of yourself talking to the camera, go back, look at it, and be grateful. Look at all the positive things you can. Be like, oh my gosh, my eye contact was really good. Oh wow, the lighting was good. Oh, the sound was good. I like the way I used my hands. Whatever it is, like basically praise yourself. Give yourself praise because you deserve it. And it's hard to go and grow when you're just like ungrateful for where you are in the first place, right? But if you look at yourself and you're like, wow, I did this well, I did this well. And then also look at the videos and kind of figure out what you can do to improve, right? So pretty much do like an 80-20, like 80 praise, 20, like how could I improve, right? And which gets me into the next step, which is if you have like social media, like obviously like we're on Instagram and YouTube, there's TikTok, there's all these different things, right? What I would recommend is going onto your Instagram and doing a story, which is usually about 15 seconds long. At least back in the old days, it was only 15. Now you can do like a minute or something. But just speaking on the camera for 15 seconds each day, just saying whatever you want. Hey, what's going on? I'm getting ready for bed. I got my little sarong on. I'm talking to the camera. I'm doing a live. Hope you guys are having a good day. Done. That's it. That's all you got to do. I would recommend doing that just for maybe like once a day for like 2 weeks. Why? Because you're putting in the reps. Like everything, almost 90% of achieving your goals is just showing up. And when we're afraid that we don't do it, then like when we do it, like we haven't done it in so long. I'm talking about being on videos that you just feel uncomfortable. You feel nervous. You feel like there's a whole bunch of rust you got to kick off. But is if there is that rust, kick it off and do the reps. Same with going in the gym. You don't just work out once and then all of a sudden you're jacked. No, you got to be consistent. You got to go in. You got to go. You got to do the work. You got to learn your exercises. You got to keep going and going, basically for the rest of your life, right? And it's the same thing when we're talking about being confident on video. But it won't take you the rest of your life to be confident on video. You can progressively get more confident, and say, like, you speak in front of 1,000 people, then 10,000 people, then a million, right? So it just keeps going up and up and up and up, depending on how comfortable you get and how beautiful you're able to articulate your words, how confident you are, and what you are speaking that people really want to hear, right? So the third step. So let's just review the first two. The first one is go back and look at the videos. If you don't have any videos, then make one right now. You don't have to send it to anybody, but then look at it and then review it. Praise yourself and then give yourself feedback. Right. Number two is to do Instagram stories, at least like 15 seconds each day, just to get that consistency flowing. Even if you need to, go to the Habit Tracker app. If you don't have a Habit Tracker app, I'd highly recommend it. Basically an app that records all of your different habits and throughout the day, and every night, which I do every night, go in and you knock off, okay, I went on Instagram for 15 seconds. Clack, click, like done. And then it gives you a rating 0 to 100%. So that you can stay consistent with the things you say you're going to do. Because if you say, oh, I forgot, no. When you get the habit app, your habit app does never forget that you should do this because you created it on your own. Anyway, so the third one after those first two is to go live, which I'm doing right now, which I would say is probably the most difficult. Why? Because there's no takes. Like in the beginning, I messed up my words, but I kept rolling with it, right? And when you are speaking in front of a live crowd, you don't get any do-overs. You can't just like go, oh, yeah, and just mess up. And then be like, oh, wait, can I rewind that? And then do it again? No. So when you're having something live, there's more pressure. And for some reason, I tend to like the pressure. And I'm actually training for being live in person, speaking to thousands of people because there's a thing on my vision board that I look at every day. Right. And that's why I'm here doing lives every day because I want to be as good as I can so that I can do that. And it started off like way back, maybe in 2016 on that Travel Channel commercial. So nervous that I was shaking. Now I am here where I am because of the reps. But I started off doing those 15-second things on Instagram and then going live. So what I would recommend is to do it super early or super late. Why? Because there's not going to be a lot of people. When you're doing Instagram lives and you got like 15, 20 people all commenting, it's kind of hard and distracting. And if you're doing lives, like I would not in the beginning like expect for a whole bunch of people to come up and a whole bunch of people to be interactive. Just speak and then post the video when after you're done speaking because sometimes it's difficult if it's your first time to like be talking, then talking to the crowd, then talking again, and then talking to the crowd. Like it's a different dynamic, right? So, and I would recommend doing this like later early, like so you don't have too many people distracting you when you're speaking, and at least a few times a week, like two, three, four times a week. You don't have to do it every day like I do it for at least 2 weeks, right? So for the stories, 2 weeks of that after you're done, then 2 weeks of lives, right? So why am I telling you guys all this stuff? Because I see so many people they have their Instagram profiles, and I don't understand, especially the Gen Z people. They have like zero posts or one post in their private profile, and they just like scroll and look at other people's stuff. When Instagram is created for you to be a creator, right? There are consumers as well, but every single one of you has something unique to share with the world, and that is why Instagram is there for you to share your uniqueness, share your beauty, share your love, share the information because your story might help save and change the life of somebody else. And that's why I wanted to speak out here right now because you can channel in your confidence just by doing the reps. So, do you feel like you have what it takes? Would you go back and look at your videos, check at them out, and give yourself a little praise and a little feedback? Would you go on your stories for 15 seconds a day? Can you do that? Also, could you go live a couple times a week and post it instead of be too uncomfortable to delete it? Do you think you have what it takes? Are you up for the challenge? Well, if you are, comment challenge down below. And once you do your first couple videos, tag me in it. I would love to see them and give you feedback if you'd like. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful night and stay smiling, my friends. I will see you guys tomorrow. You.